with old school essentials in that, and it's a lot more than just cleaning up the contradictions. Because I mean, there are quite a few contradictions, but what I'm finding more of is between, and this is especially true between like the box sets and first edition D&D, is there's a lot of redundancy. Like just, and I'm finding this especially in spells, just completely um, needless spells. A great example. So there is a druid spell called Anti-Plant Shell, and essentially what it does is it is a force field around the druid, and he can walk through plants and vegetation, and it just moves away from him, and party members can follow him, and it just the plants part before him. It's like, okay, that's great. Well, then there's another spell, and I can't remember its exact name, but it's something like Plant Door or something like that. And the whole purpose of that spell is if there is plants or trees or vegetation that has overgrown a portal, in a door or a cave, whatever, the druid casts, this spell, and it opens up. And I'm like, and it's like a higher level spell. So why would I take up a spell slot in my morning ritual of preparing my spells and memorizing? Why would I take up a slot for that when I could have just taken a lower level spell slot, which I would have more of, for anti-plant shell, and just, force all of the plants out of my way? I mean, there's a lot of redundancy, and so a lot of the work that I'm doing is making the decision of, do we really need two spells that do the same thing? Probably not. And so a lot of them are getting either tossed or conglomerated into one useful spell. So
I have kind of a question.
yeah.
Uh, it's let's say uh, Samuel decided he wanted to pick up another class. If he had the uh, the prerequisites or whatever, can we, I guess, add another class at will and just start?
Yeah. So I allow that. So it's really funny. So you read even old school essentials rules on multi-classing. It doesn't say specifically that you can't, but the way that I interpret it is that it is heavily implied that
Well, the way
rules.
the gods were written up would be back in those days. Were like, okay, Thor is a 20th level fighter and a
Right.
15th level magic user, and
Right.
I mean,
Well, I mean, rules is written according to the player's tome, advanced player's tome. It is heavily implied that um, you have to start with multiple classes, but it doesn't say that specifically. And so my ruling on it is that you can pick up a second class or a third. You can have up to three multi-class into three classes, which is you're going to level really slow because you're going to be taking that XP in
well,
thirds. But
if you
yeah,
if you stagger it, the amount of experience that you got raking in will mean you'll let, like right now, say Cameron decides that she wants to add fighter to her cleric. She's a cleric fighter now, right?
okay.
That fighter class, while it might be just level one, it's going to level really kind of quick, just because we're getting such big
Oh
EXP
yeah.
pools
Oh
right
yeah. That
now.
disparity
That
between the two classes
Yeah, yeah,
will shorten very quickly. But
right.
so I mean, the same question has kind of come up in my home game. So for instance, and I forget which race it was, but anyways, they asked like, so I am such and such a race. I'm playing a barbarian class, which means I can only go up to level 8. And I said, right. And the reason for that, of course, is that a level 8 in this particular race, a level 8 barbarian in this race, is equal to a 14th level human barbarian because your race has innate special abilities that offset that. And they're like, okay, so let's say that I get to level 8. Can I then multi-class into another class at level 1 and take half XP from there on? I'm like, yeah, I don't, why not? You know? So essentially, you would be getting half the XP that you would normally get, but you're
Right, and you'll
still
only get half your hit points when you level.
right.
Because and then I guess if Borman were to pick up a third class, then I would just take a third of the die
Right, and then it would be
roll.
a third of the XP and a third of
Yeah,
the hit
yeah,
points.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I get all the benefits. I mean, when you start adding fighter shit to a cleric or whatever, you might be a little bit lower. But I've found the benefits of multi-classing have really been good on Borman. I've not seen that he's been lagging behind in his ability to do shit.
Yeah, and well, and a lot of that question has popped into my head. So in the creation process of Braunhaven, I kind of and I at times I still kind of wring my hands over it. I'm like, so OSE has a it's not a hard level cap, but it caps out at level 14, and there is stuff that happens. For instance, the box set number 3, the companion box set, goes into domain level play, and what is part of that. Well, the reality is, when you look at it, that old school essentials advanced. I don't know about the normal rules, but at least in an advanced fantasy, um, at for most of the classes and most of the races at level 9, that's when you can build a stronghold, and really, that once you have built a stronghold, that is how you start domain level play. So nobody builds a stronghold and then basically just uses it as a normal house. Building a stronghold is a whole other thing. So you have built a stronghold now, something like up to, I think it's up to 24 miles around that stronghold. It might be 48 miles, but anyways, 2 hexes, 24-mile hexes. All the peasants and whatnot that live in that region are going to look to you in your stronghold as being their liege, and there are, I mean, say what you will about the whole fief system. Um, there was an expectation and there was a responsibility of the nobility. So yes, as a noble, you have a castle and you have all these lands, but you aren't rich in a vacuum. You have responsibilities, and part of your responsibilities is protecting the peasantry from raiders, or if there's a blight or a drought. It's not all about just sitting there and collecting taxes and beating your peasants. It is a give and take relationship, and so there's a lot of that comes into play. Also, another part of domain play is political machinations, because nobles don't live in a vacuum. So, first of all, did you create your stronghold on another person's land? Because that can be problematic, but it can be smoothed over. And so there's all these factors that come into play, and that all starts at level 9. And if you look at the XP tables in Old School Essentials Advanced Fantasy, 9 to 14 is a long time. You're going to be playing that character for quite a while, because if you've already noticed, those XP requirements for that next level are exponential. I mean, you're starting to get really high. And so 9 to 14 is quite a chunk of play. And so I don't really feel the need that I need to increase OSC's level cap for Braunhaven, I guess is where I'm going with this, because all of that stuff can already be in play with the existing level cap. And like I said, there's no real hard rule. Let's say that you are playing a human and you get to level 14. There's nothing that says you can't suddenly say, you know what, I'm a level 14 fighter, and I have decided that I'm going to take on and learn to be a level 1 acrobat. Okay, go for it. So these characters have legs. They could.
I understand. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about picking up Magic User with Malachi, but I think I want to get level 5 first.
I don't know. So I mean, yeah, you could pick up magic. So here, magic users are a weird one. So Malachi is what would be considered a specialist class. Malachi is already a magic user, but he is focused on necromancer. So illusionist.
So I can use Magic User scrolls?
No.
Okay.
So I mean, he is a magic user, but he is focused on just the necromancy aspect.
Right.
In 3.5, they started that with like, oh, well, I'm going to be an evoker. So what does an evoker do? Well, basically, they're a fire based.
So
they cast a lot of fire spells.
I can't multi-class to a magic user. Can I?
You could, but I mean, it would be so. There would be a lot of overlap, I would think. You would have a broader range of spells available to you for sure. It would be very similar to, like, say, Cameron wanting to multi-class Mavis from cleric into paladin. Well, paladins are clerics. Yeah. They are just a warrior aspect of clerics. Okay. Or if you had somebody who was a druid that wanted to multi-class into a ranger.
Would you get both spell tables? I mean, like right now I've got 2 first level and 2 second level. If I pick up magic user, then I get another first level spell, but it has to be a magic user spell. Is that correct?
Yes.
So,
yeah. See, that's where the overlap can kind of start to get not as confusing for you, because you are looking at 2 different spell tables. But like, let's say that Mavis wanted to multi-class into paladin, it's the same spell table. So that can start to get really confusing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
Or like druid bards. A bard casts as a druid. So they are using the same spell table, and then you have to look at 2 different spell tables and be like, okay, well, now you almost have to create your own spell table to say, well, in that case, because then you're like, okay, well, how many spell slots at level 1 do I really have? Because you might, if one class says you have 2 first level spells, and the other class is on the same spell table but only gets 1, so then you would say, well, I have 3 first level spells from the same spell table. It can start to get really confusing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I've been working on this week is spells, and but my current work ethic is that no matter how much progress I'm making on this, next week I am going to be starting Monday. I'm going to be back to working for that week on Humanity Build Better Worlds, my Gonzo science fantasy RPG. So hoping to get some species knocked out for that, and and then the week after that, I'll be working on Tassadantulus' Tantalizing Tower, which will be the next leg of the adventure. Busy. Yeah. So, welcome to Braunhaven. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. These guys went down into the secret cellar through the secret door at the base of the fountain in the front of the nobleman's hunting manor. The hunting manor of Duke Bartholomew, and I say that in quotes, and discovered that there was this rather disturbing little dungeon down there, and there was some guy named the Bishop, and they rescued, or rescued, yeah, I guess rescued is the right word, this this peasant who was locked in a room. He was mistreated, and I believe either Alora or Mavis healed him. And so, yeah, the this guy basically told you that Duke Bartholomew and his house guards, and you kind of already knew this partially, but you didn't know what they were doing. Well, now you do. So the guards have been going around, and they are obviously in cahoots or using hellhounds, which is disturbing in and of itself. And they are attacking the farmsteads in the area, and in some cases, when they attack these farmsteads, they kidnap individuals, and they're dumping them down here. And so, in addition to the bishop who you have put to the sword, and he had two thools with him, you have discovered that he is working in conjunction, or you're not sure where they came from. A lot of whites, and the prisoner, the peasant, told you that. So, for instance, it was him and his wife that had been kidnapped. They took her off, and he didn't. He doesn't know where she went. He heard screams, and then the screams stopped, and that's it. But there seems like there's an awful lot of whites down here, and there is a obvious connection. Hello, Brian. Sorry, I just looked down and saw you there.
All good.
There is an obvious connection that it is a very good likelihood that the bishop was taking these kidnapped peasants and turning them into whites, basically building his own little undead army.
His wife became a white.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
More than likely.
Does this guy have a spell book or anything?
He does not. He was a cleric. He prays for his spells.
Well, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, you know, and so you guys, you mopped up down here, and did you guys? I think you guys decided that you were going to take a 10-minute break and.
Oh, I thought we were going to actually set up camp right in here.
Yeah,
I thought so too. I mean, any spell slot's really good.
Yeah.
If they want to come down here and run the gauntlet with us around, then that's on them. If not, we'll have a nice opportunity to rest and, relax. We can take all the dead bodies and pile them up in 28. And maybe take some preparatory actions.
Yeah, 28 was actually the prison.
That's what we want to do.
So, I would assume you're doing the standard camp routine. You're going to be setting up watches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the other benefit of camping here, I mean, aside from the fact that it is clearly this is a evil temple.
But it's a defendable temple.
It's a defendable temple. Yeah, so I mean, Mavis, her skin's going to be crawling the entire time she's down here, but she probably is going to have unrestful sleep. But the benefit is that in having killed the bishop. One of the items that you would have looted from the bishop, along with everything else that was looted, is a ring of keys, and this door can be locked.
I thought the white that was running to 28 had a ring of keys.
He did as well, and you have those keys as well.
Oh, nice. We have 2 rings of keys.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is take and close
so I
this
guess
door.
The difference between the white and the bishop is that ring of keys is the wrong term. The bishop had 1 key. The white had a ring of keys. And
Oh.
the bishop's key is a skeleton key. It will unlock everything down here with
All
one
right.
key.
Well, we haven't had any lock problems.
Yeah,
you
no.
know,
Yeah,
but yeah, I
It's
want
nice for
to.
us to be able to lock the door, though, for sure.
Yeah, we can.
We're so good at unlocking. We've never tried to lock something before.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I
Well,
wanna
I mean, you don't have
take.
to make any
You're a
special
king.
holes to lock it.
I want to take all those copper pieces that we had and right in here against this door, close it, and then like pile them up. So to open this door, you have to knock over a big stack of copper that will clank and chankety chank and
There's some use
such.
for the copper pieces. So okay,
Well, I
so
mean that in theory that works, right?
yeah, you can set up
Close the door and
essentially a
then
noise trap there.
sure. My caltrips and shit are still in that stairwell. Uh, they really probably work just great there. I've got one more bear trap. So I guess I want to put it. I'll put that bear trap right here. I've
Okay.
got one bear trap in the stairs with caltrips. They're around that statue, and then I've got a big stack of copper coins there, and then this, and then and I'm thinking if we if we build like a little fire right in here in this area, it could smoke the area out, so that way make it more difficult. Then we just kind of lock this door and listen.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can place your wherever you guys are deciding. I mean, you can camp right there if you want to. Who is taking the first watch? Let's see. There's
I'll take it. Mavis, well,
That actually makes sense. She'd be the least likely to like settle down in the area.
yeah.
If Mavis is staying up, Malachi will stay up with Mavis on one watch, and then maybe Borman and Samuel on another one, and then Dietrich and Alora on the third watch. 3 watches. Doesn't that
yeah.
cover the
That would
everything?
yeah.
Full
If you
rest?
want to do 2 people per watch for 3 watches, that would cover your
Works for me.
sleep. So
Right
okay.
on.
So on the first watch, so Mavis and Malachi on the first watch, nothing takes place. And keep in mind that when you started your camp for the night, it was late. It was really like more like early morning. So because remember, you guys went down here, traipsing around like crazy people in the middle of the night. So um, nothing happens on the first watch. Who's taking the second watch?
It don't matter. Go with me and Samuel.
Okay.
Both Borman and Samuel. That gets me out of the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in my plate mill
Okay.
now because the quiet bit is over.
Right.
Yeah, now if we're fighting, I want to be in that doorway with a sword and board.
Right. Okay. Ooh, shit. Okay. So second watch, which interrupts your rest. So nobody's going to be getting any hit points back from rest. I'm going to put 2 of these guys down. Now,
Because we need the people that are on watch. This is watch 2, right?
Correct.
All right, so that Samuel and Borman will be near the door. Oh, well, this is going to be fun.
Okay, so on the second watch. So this door with the noise trap was locked, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking I'll be invisible, when I appear next thing, and then Samuel will probably be where Mavis is.
Right.
Mavis, I doubt anybody sleeping would be next to the door.
Yeah, that would probably be, I mean, unless it was Dentry,
Yeah.
you just prop him up next to the door.
Mavis might
hold it
want to
closed.
sleep on the. Yeah, Malachi's going to sleep on the altar.
So you guys wouldn't be aware of this yet, because, I mean, they're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 feet between these doors, and, of course, both doors are locked, so you wouldn't necessarily hear these guys. Real question is...
Hopefully my traps did stuff.
Well, I need to find out if they can actually even open the door.
We'll have to turn around and go back.
Oh, if they can't unlock the door, then that's golden.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They do unlock the door. And they have a 2 in 6 chance of making noise.
Did the traps on the stairs affect them?
On the stairs.
There was traps on the stairs. There was cow traps and a bear trap on the stairs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That is correct. I had forgotten about that. Let me take a look.
No, those were placed right around the. It used to be a golem, but now it's a wonderful statue.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
venturing gear, caltrips. So caltrips. We have a 2 in 6 chance of treading on a spike. Suffer 50% reduction of movement for 24 hours or until they receive magical healing. None of them are casters. And I really don't know that anybody, even if there is a caster capable of helping them, I don't know that anybody in the Duke's retinue gives a shit enough about them to do so. So they did not set off the noise trap. Let's see if they have... We'll do 2 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this guy that has opened the door. These guys are, and I should mark them differently.
if he opens the door, that automatically is going to make the coins fall, right? I mean, they're like leaning against the door.
Well, there's a 2 in 6 chance, and he didn't. He got a 6, so.
Well, we'll see how.
I'm marking them differently so I know who.
Who's slow?
Yeah. So these guards are at half movement. So the first guard does not set off the trap. Let me look at him again. What is his...
Most dexterous door opener ever.
Yeah.
5, 10. That's as much as he can move. Does he set off that trap? He does not. Next guard. 5, 10. He's got to roll twice. Nope. And no. And the last guard, 5, 10. No.
Oh, my traps suck.
Damn it, Borman set better traps.
I know, man.
And so this hallway, let's see, it's probably been 2 hours, or 2.5 hours at least. I would think this hallway is pretty smoky, so vision is partially obscured. You can only see in here clearly about 15 feet as this hallway is filling with smoke. And of course, some of that smoke is leaking out up to the north as well. So, you know, how big, did you build like a campfire or?
It was more of a smoldering smoke fire to fill it up. Smoke, in theory, you open the door, the smoke starts coming to you.
Right.
And it kind of clouds things up. The previous traps, locked doors. Seeing their golem as a statue. I'm hoping these things will make them decide to not discover us. But they might. We'll see how it works out. Are we aware of their coming?
Not yet.
All right.
They didn't set off any traps.
Right.
I feel you.
Are we able? Is whoever's on watch able to hear them yet? Like just listening out normally?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Is whoever is on watch? It's Jackson, right?
It's Borman and Jackson. So yeah, Borman and Jackson. You can roll. You can both roll a d6. Actually, Jackson, you might. Hold on. Let me double check something for Jackson. So Jackson roll a d6 and Borman.
I got a 2.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay, so you both do hear that there are creatures of some kind in the hallway.
We should wake everybody up. Yeah, we should wake everybody up quietly, and then maybe we could run out in the hallway and kill them.
Okay, so you guys, you're waking people up. So
right
this
now.
door in front of the fire, the door to the west of the fire is. Did you guys lock that door?
No, it's open because we want the air to go in, and then in 28 is a bunch of dead bodies.
Right.
That could be smoldering and smoking too to add ambient incense to the area.
Incense, yeah, I like that incense.
It smells like a barbecue.
Smells like your mom. What would you say about my mom? Just hear the guards talking shit to each other as they walk.
So now you guys can hear that the bag of coins has tipped over, and you can hear the clanking of coins on stone floor.
So that should also give us a sense of how many people are coming now.
Right. Well, and I mean, you already knew that there were guys in the hallway, so yeah, you know that there are more behind them. That would change these guys' 9, 20, because they heard some noise. 5, 10, 15. I don't know that these guys would hear it.
I think the best course of action is to open the door and engage them in the hallway and not let them into our domain.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me.
We might surprise them too, which would give us an extra push.
Once again, agree.
All right, so everybody can go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll just get this out of the way.
Borman got 5 and Malachi got 4.
How, Jackson? How?
Allura, what'd you get?
5.
And Mavis?
6.
Dentry?
Gentry got a 2. Jackson got a 5. I'm going to say that that's the order they rolled in. That's the order I'm doing them.
Okay. And the guards got a 2. So, neither side, I wouldn't say that either side is... Surprise roll's not really required here because the guards are looking for you. They knew that somebody had gone down here. I mean, keeping that secret, that ship sailed. And so they know that you're down here. So let's see here. I think Mavis got the highest initial. What's Mavis gonna do?
What the shit?
Shit, what should Mavis do?
This door's still closed. I mean, Mavis could walk up to the door and unlock it and open it. Like, come on, fuckers!
I don't know about that. Let's see.
Mavis, the warrior nun of the Order of the Martyr.
Maybe I should set myself up here and get ready to smack anything that comes through. I'm not sure if I want to open it. Or,
okay.
Well,
you could.
Maybe.
You could ready.
Are you
an
guys
action.
ready? Is everybody ready?
I think so. We had time to wake up and stuff. We heard them coming.
Okay, could I stand next to it and like unlock it from here?
Yeah.
Okay,
you reach over and
I'll
unlock
do that,
it.
but I'm ready to beat somebody with my warhammer.
Okay.
Just walk through.
All right. So Mavis reaches over and unlocks the door. Borman and Laura and Jackson are going at the same time. So let's see. Borman's close to the door. Borman, what are you doing?
I'm gonna open the door and step right there and hit that guy with my frost brand.
Okay.
And yell out something good
and wholesome.
And wholesome, yes.
More wholesome. More wholesome than what your character did in last night's Traveler game.
Well, you know, it wasn't really murder if they deserved to die.
Yeah, his doctor's idea of triage was just pinch her nose and cover her mouth and be like, shh, you're a bitch. I don't want you around anymore.
I didn't want her anymore.
So many questions.
Yeah. Hey, it's good medicine, you know. So this will be at +2. 14 and the 14 on Thaco 17. I hit AC 2.
That is a hit.
Wonderful. Then he is going to take a D8 +2. He's going to take 9 points of damage.
Oof. Okay. So yeah, you slash at him, and you definitely got this guard's attention. Your frost brand cuts an icy swath down this guy's chest, and actually, though, well, no, it doesn't matter at this point. So he is injured,
but not dead.
But not dead. Jackson, you were the next closest. What are you doing? Now that
did you stay in the doorway or did you back up?
No, I'm to one side. I'm gonna lean a little bit to one side, a little bit. But
Alrighty.
None shall pass.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Jackson takes a step over, drops to a knee, and takes out his bow or pulls out his bow, stables himself to get a good shot, and is gonna shoot at the same guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, catch you fuckers at a bad time.
Like, oh, hello, I'm sorry. Hello. It would just be a straight D20. So here we go. Nope.
Well, at least it wasn't in that one.
Right?
Yeah, you let loose your arrow, and actually,
It hits nothing.
so it does actually bounce off of Borman's plate armor, and then just kind of into the wall.
Foreman looks back like, bro.
Yeah, I, don't,
No,
I mean
I'm looking
the
forward
ranger
to it.
with absolutely no dexterity. Borman might be a little nervous about that. But
It's just a flesh wound.
nah, it didn't do any damage. It bounced off your
Yeah,
armor.
so
He didn't
you gotta
roll
make-
well enough to actually hit your AC. What's Alora doing?
He's gonna swing by and try and do the throwing dagger thing.
Okay.
I would not. There's nobody I'd rather have misfire on me than you, Jackson.
17 to hit.
That. What's her THACO?
19. So
I'm sorry. What did you roll?
17.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
hit.
rolled a 16, but it's +1. So.
Yeah, you hit,
All right.
and
let's
you
see
hit
here.
him.
For 7 points.
Okay, so you see this
I can put
dagger flash out and go right past Borman and stab into the throat of this guard, and he crumples to the floor. Dun, dun, dun. What is Malachi doing?
Well, Malachi doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of options. So I am going to. I'm going to throw a regular dagger.
Okay, you probably want to step forward like 10 feet.
Yep, I'm going to come off the altar where I was resting comfortably and just kind of. I'm going to stop, throw the dagger here, and then I'm going to just kind of move on out of the way. But I'm throwing the dagger right there at the opportune time.
Gotcha.
As I kind of stroll about here. This is +1. 6.
Again, the dagger. This time, the dagger hits pretty point first into Borman's left shoulder of his the left pauldron of his, or the left side of his breastplate, and ting, and falls on the floor. It does not, of course, do any damage because he didn't hit his AC. Right. So, but yeah,
trying to hurt me.
Borman's been nicked twice by ranged weapons. Let's see. Dentry and the guards go at the same time. What is Dentry doing?
Dentry ain't taking up no range, nothing or other. He's coming up here right next to Borman. And wait, motherfucker. Oh yeah. He coming up here right next to Borman. And he's like, all right, bring it, biatch. And the first one that gets in range, he's swinging.
Okay, hold on just a second here.
We're drawing a line at this body right here. As they fall
Absolutely.
and begin to mount up, it'll become
Absolutely.
harder for them to come at us.
That's a good point. If enough bodies fall there, does it make it difficult terrain for them?
Yeah, that possibly. Yeah, if you get enough bodies built up here, yeah, I would say that probably is gonna itself, in and of itself, cut movement in half. At least in basically this. That doesn't stick out very well, does it?
And are people rolling to set off
That's
my bear
where-
trap?
Yeah, the one guy did set off the bear trap. Or no, this guy, no, he hasn't set it off yet, but this guy needs to roll. Nope, he does not set off the bear trap. They step carefully and gingerly over the trap. So the bear trap has not gone off yet. But so Dentry, what are you doing? You gonna attack this next guy?
Oh yeah, if he's there, he's moved into the range. He will be getting some joyousness in his. Wait, what the fuckery? Yeah, he gonna get a bastard sword.
So are you using the bastard sword one or two handed?
I think I have a shield. I do have a shield, yes. So one-handed.
Okay.
How does that affect the roll?
So one handed. So that's a +2 bastard sword, right?
Yeah.
So that would make the damage for that 1d6 +3, and then your attack is 1d6 plus +3 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. So if so I haven't done it yet.
So no, the attack and damage are both 1d6 +3 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. So I only get the +1 to the damage if I do it two-hand.
No, you get a +2 to damage.
Oh, so I get a plus
either
one
way.
No matter what. And then I get an extra if
yeah,
it's
the
two-handed.
difference between one and two-handed is that if you use it two-handed, it's a bastard sword's base damage is 1d8 +1. So two-handed, it would be for this sword it would be 1d8 +3 plus your strength mod.
Okay, so I have been doing it right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure. All right. So strength mod plus that stuff. Okay, cool. Then we will just. So it's a +3 to attack and damage, or just to attack?
Both.
Oh shit! I don't know.
Yeah,
why I
that's the
thought it
difference
was-
between melee weapons and ranged weapons. Is that missile weapons do not add your dex modifier to the damage. But
Right.
Melee weapons do add your strength modifier to damage.
For some reason, I thought like it. Whatever. I just had a weird thought in my head that the bastard sword's plus was only to the damage side, not to the attack side, for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's to both.
All right. Well, how about a 19 plus 5?
Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
I was very adamant that whoever comes up next is getting a sword all up in their business.
Yeah.
Is that one of them Vorpal motherfuckers?
No, this is just a bastard sword. This is just a
Oh.
bastard of all bastardness.
Okay.
This is the sword he's had the most luck with, to be honest.
Yeah.
True story. That means I've been cheating myself out of the damage or the attack roll. All right, well, that's a 9 for damage.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, your bastard sword, you bring that down and kind of cleave into his shoulder and kind of pull it out. And there's this big bloody gash in this guy's shoulder, but he is still standing. Oh, so last week when we found that bug, here's a difference between roll and roll 20. So I sent that in as a bug report. Man, they got right on it. Like they emailed me back. They're like, "Oh, okay. So thank you for sending the screenshot. Thank you for reporting this." And they wanted to know which was the correct roll, the one that we saw on the screen or the one that was in the chat log. And I said it was the one in the chat log was the correct roll. And not only that, but the player was seeing the correct roll on his screen. The rest of us were not. And so they're already at work trying to fix that bug. If I had on roll 20 every time, I don't think I've ever gotten a response from a report. Ever.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
No, I'm impressed. So, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, Dentry slashes this guy pretty good. But the guards, well, first of all, I kind of feel like with that much damage... Well, it doesn't matter because he's not going to be able to go anywhere.
Nope.
He's kind of
he's front line whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So he is going to swing his sword. That's what he's going to do. Oh, and he does a piss poor job. All of these guys are armed with swords.
Borman, you got the extra to your AC because of me being there engaged with whoever's up front.
Oh, I forgot. So, okay. I have made a house rule that has worked out. I played all day Sunday with this house rule, and it works really well. So, if you guys have noticed, when you look at the equipment chart or the weapons chart, you will see that some weapons are labeled as slow. Now, if you remember, the rules as written basically assumes that you're using party initiative rules, and we don't do that. We're using individual initiative rules. Slow weapons rules as written, it doesn't matter what the party rolled. If you were using a slow weapon, you are supposed to go at last in the initiative stack. And so with individual initiative, that doesn't really work, because let's say that you've got 6 players and 2 of them are using slow. Well, which of them goes last? So what I came up with is, if your weapon has the slow trait, it is a -1 to your initiative, and
Oh, okay.
that works perfectly. So 2-handed weapons, pole arms, staves, those kinds of weapons will have a -1 to initiative, which it actually worked out really well, because it doesn't mean that just because you're using that weapon that you're automatically going to be at the bottom of the stack, because you might roll really well, but it does take into account the fact that that weapon is slower than others. So that's my ruling, and I'm sticking with it.
I like it.
So the other guards can't really do anything. They are well, these 2 in the back are readying an action. Well, I get you guys are doing it. I guess this guy could step forward. Because this guy could step forward, and he's going to take a swing on Borman.
I've naturally got
Nat
-2 AC.
20.
That's yeah.
So
all that everything that we have to help you not get hit just went right out the damn window.
Yeah,
so
this is max damage.
This guy is Employee of the Year, steps forward and just runs Borman through for 8 points.
Okay.
The other thing I'm toying around with is that with criticals there might be some kind of lasting injury, but I got to be careful with that, because a nat 20. Well, no, it doesn't really affect. But a nat 20 could lop off a hand or something like that. Instead, he runs you through for maximum damage, 8 points. Actually, I might create a table of critical hits just for shits and giggles. I don't know if anybody ever played Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, but they had some great critical hits. Like you could hit somebody in the leg, or hit them in the hip with a warhammer, and it would shatter their pelvis and drive part of the bone up into their abdomen and pierce their lungs. I mean, it was just some brutal shit. So okay, so that was what the guards can do. This last guard in the line is going to ready an action just in case. We are back to Mavis. What would you like to do?
I've been standing here like this, and it's clear that nothing's going to come out because my friend's
the hallway's kind of full.
So I go in here and I see Borman's grievously injured. And
Holy shit! This is gonna be amazing.
Cure light wounds on him. Just tag him on the back.
Sure.
Oh, this is amazing! Just holding the line and getting healed from behind. Hell yeah! Mavis, you're the best.
For 5 points.
Nice.
All right.
So Borman
I'm only
gets
down
back.
5. Yeah, I'm only down 5 now.
Okay.
Well, and it's better that it's better that Mavis is doing the healing from behind, because if it was Malachi, it would be like a chill touch finger in the butt.
Yeah, shocking like a finger to the anus.
That's right.
If Mavis had a last name, it'd be like Mavis Bueller. You're my hero.
Borman, what would you like to do?
Well, Borman, having gotten an injection, is going to keep fighting. There's an injured one up here. Is that correct?
Yeah, the one on the east side is injured.
All right. So that will mean what? 15. I hit AC 2.
That hits.
All right. This is +2 to damage. 4 points of damage. He was already hurt though, so
Yeah, and that you swing out and kind of return the favor to this guy, and he drops.
gonna use my movement to kind of move up just a hair to push the line forward just a little bit. There's 2 bodies there. I'm getting right up on them now.
Yeah, you're standing on top of the bodies.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Are we pushing forward now?
I'm not pushing forward too much. I'm just trying to, as the bodies pile up here, I need to get some of them on that other side.
Okay,
You
cool.
know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm hearing about 4 bodies in this area. I'm gonna really start begging the DM for fucking bonuses and shit. So I'm really trying to set that stage as I push forward and move back a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
I
is
concur.
Jackson doing?
Jackson, realizing that this is a really solid opportunity because they're pushing at us, he's going to switch to his pole arm
Ooh.
and kind of take up position behind them. So if he's there, he's going to kind of be like right behind now and kind of just like as anybody comes up, he's just going to ready that pole arm to shove through the 2 guys and attack at them.
Okay, so using the polearm will drop Jackson to initiative 4, which is fine. I mean, you're still doing better than the guards, and you've readied an action. So
Yes.
basically, you are, I would say, and where is my other thingamabobber here? So that I have this available to me. So polearms. So they are 2-handed weapons. They do have the slow trait, but they have a trait called brace. And so brace means that if there is, and this is kind of an interesting thing, if there is something charging you, you can brace it in the ground and get a bonus to your attack. Now,
That's kind of what I was going for. He was kind of like bracing it against their push.
Yeah.
There's smoke and shit in the hallway and blood and guts on the floor.
Oh yeah, it's going to be getting slippery and what does it say?
Mavis is fucking penetrating people with healing probe light wounds.
So
I didn't consent to be probed.
So a character that moves at least 20 feet before attacking. So if you move 20 feet in a clear run straight line, you can do a charge. You gain a +2 bonus to your attack, and your AC is penalized by 1, so it goes up by 1. And essentially, a braced weapon. That the player that is, or the character that is bracing the weapon gets essentially a free attack because you're running into it. So.
Oh, that's not much useful here in the situation that we're in.
No.
But good to know.
Yeah. So that's how bracing works.
Okay. So then never mind to the bracing. I'm just keeping it there, and as somebody moves up to attack, I'm stabbing.
Okay.
You could stab that one guy standing there, probably.
I'm waiting for Dentry to move up so that I can get the right between them, because right now I'd have to move up next to you to do it.
Oh,
So
I see.
I saw a video yesterday of a it was so ridiculous. Of a it was at a Renaissance fair, and they were doing medieval combat, and there were 2 guys in plate armor that were doing sword fight, and they had basically gotten into a grapple. A third guy in armor with a poleaxe comes out and swings that poleaxe like overhead, the whole poleaxe, like 10 foot long, and brings that sumbitch down on the one guy's head, and knocked his shit unconscious. And I guess they were saying that guy was out for like the rest of the day. Like he
I'm
was,
sure.
and it's like,
Like, bro, do you not know what you have in your hand?
well, it's somebody, the guy that was making the video was like, so evidently he must have like forgot that this was supposed to be non-lethal combat, because I mean it was full force. He brought it down and just cracked this guy in the head. It's like, holy shit.
Don't fucking bullshit. Hit a motherfucker. You hit him now.
Yeah.
You lay him down.
Nah, that
Yeah.
dude cheated on his. That dude was messing with his girl, and he had a vendetta. He's like, "I'm gonna get you, sucker."
Let's not quabble about who killed who. This is supposed to be a happy occasion.
Yes, this is a party. What is Alora doing?
Shit, it's real jammed up over there.
Yeah, it is a full hallway.
You could try and do sleep, maybe. I was trying to look for that, so
That is a good question. So witches get sleep? I'm sure they do.
yeah. I have it on. I was trying to look up the specifics of the spell.
So spells, I believe the spell index is 244 in the player's tome, and it says, no sleep. Causes magical slumber to come upon creatures, so it can be done in two ways. You can do a single creature that with up to 4+1 hit dice. These guys, that would count. Or a total of 2d8 hit dice of creatures if you want to do more than one. Oh, 2d8. Wait, 2d8 hit dice of creatures of 4 hit dice or lower each. So basically, it's saying you can roll 2d8 and you would be able to get that many of these guys. It does have it has a range of 240 feet, so I mean you could pretty much fill this entire hallway. The only rule that I would have on it, you couldn't. I mean, 240 feet. I mean, theoretically, you could get the 3 guys up to the north too, but I would say that you have to have line of sight.
I only got 3 when I rolled 2d8 anyway.
Okay, so these first 3 guys, and it says,
maybe I have to save against spells or something.
I don't think that they get a save. Targets
For real?
treat monsters with less than 1 hit dice as 1. Excess rolled hit dice that are not sufficient to affect a creature are wasted. Creatures enchanted by this spell are helpless and can be killed instantly with a bladed weapon. Slapping or wounding awakens a creature. Unless, of course, you're just going for coup de grace, which is an instant kill. So, these first 3, Alora casts her spell, and these first 3 just they start to yawn and fall to the ground. Snoring.
Yay. I did it.
Well done, yeah.
Laura, you and Mavis, between the two of your characters, you have really been changing the way we play.
No shit.
Well.
Well, and what's really funny about that is Cameron's the one who's been like, so I don't know what my motivation for my cleric is. Like, holy shit, you seem to be doing pretty good for somebody who doesn't. Like, it's just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing fine.
Your motivation is to not let anyone else become a martyr.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a pretty good one. I probably feel kind of guilty about Cassandra dying. Maybe. I don't
It
know.
was supposed
Or
to be
secretly
me.
good.
It was supposed to be me.
Or maybe like secretly good about it. I don't know.
You
I'll
got some
figure
good
that one out.
inherited stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay, so these first 3 guys fall asleep. What is Malachi doing?
Malachi is going to pull out his dagger, and he's going to go 5, 10.
This is not the situation for that, sir.
Right up there, and he's going to coup de grace with that dagger.
I really don't think that Malachi could get through this because these are 5-foot squares, and I mean you've got basically 3 people that are offsetting this 5-foot square. I mean, this is going to be like trying to get up to get a You're trying to get an autograph from the cast of
Yeah.
Firefly at a con. You're never
He's
gonna
gonna
get
yeah, he's gonna go sit on the altar, with his legs crossed and watch.
there. Okay.
I mean, the hallway's getting so clogged. I will fuck somebody up trying to throw a dagger.
Shit.
I mean,
What is Jackson doing?
Jackson,
you can squeeze between us and start slaying people on the ground if you want.
I guess if
Yeah, I
this
mean,
guy
if you wanted to use your pole arm to to insta kill this first guy, you could.
I'll do that. I'd be like, pole arm, insta kill this guy.
Okay.
I assume as long as I don't roll a 1, he's dead.
You don't have to roll at all. It specifically says, it says creatures enchanted by this spell are helpless and can be killed instantly with a bladed weapon. And essentially, a polearm is a bladed weapon. If I remember correctly, that polearm is a pole axe.
It's a +1 pole arm, is what it says.
Yeah. So yeah, and yes, it's not a spear. So yeah, he's done.
Alrighty, cool.
Let's see. What's Dentry doing?
Gentry will now move up next to Borman, or I guess take that extra push past Borman to keep the line kind of held.
Man.
So this
this
guy's asleep too.
Yeah.
All right, well, he dead.
Okay, so you're gonna take care of him.
I'm gonna kill him with that little insta kill and kind of like shore up the body line there, like. Okay.
Okay.
And then since he's dead, I'll look over it on Borman and be like, "Am I coming back to you, or are you coming out to me?" Kind of like a quick little check.
Man, I mean, we can move forward. We can stay here. Either way.
All right, then I stay where I am and wait for him to come up to meet me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right in this area with him.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go I'm not trying to push too much forward.
This guard in the back, bitch slaps this one and wakes his ass up. And
Figured that happened.
He steps forward and he's going to attack Dentry.
I think we skipped Borman though.
Did we? No, we're on 2. Dentry and the guards go at the same time.
Yeah, we're at the bottom.
I will hush.
Stop trying to get extra turns, man.
I'm trying to kill people, man.
What is Dentry's AC?
4. No, that's Jackson. Dentry's is 2. Nope. We're looking at the wrong shit again. Sorry. I'm still getting used to the character sheets this way.
Yeah.
Must find a C. Must find a. You think I just have it memorized by now? 1. It's 1.
Okay, so he misses Dentry. Dentry, basically it hits Dentry's shield. This guy
What?
gonna move up to here, and he has to roll. He also does not set off the bear trap. Lucky son bitch.
What the hell's up with this bear trap, yo? Did you buy a defunct bear trap?
Man, just bad day for trapping. That's why they don't call it catching.
Correct. What's Borman doing?
Well, Borman is going to step right up here next to Gentry, and he's going to smack that dude right there.
Okay.
What he's going to do. There's starting to be a good bit of bodies in here, and a nice little wall is starting to form, so it's pretty nice. That's going to suck. I hit AC 7.
Yeah, that's a mess. He parries your blow, and
that sucks. I'll growl at him though. Grrr.
My wife and I love the new Allstate commercial with Mayhem, where he's like, "I'm a bear, and I just woke up from the best nap of my life," and he tears the car apart. And he's like, as he's walking away, he goes, "Roar!" So fucking funny. I love that commercial.
I love Mayhem so much.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I skipped Mavis. Mavis, what are you doing? There's room for you to take a step forward if you want. If you could be in
Does
the
anybody
same.
need to be healed? Do I see anybody injured?
I'm down 5, but I mean I've still got 20. So
Well, I could sneak in there.
I'd much rather them stop swinging at me than trying to top me off. This
Should I
one
cause some
podcast.
fear? I could do
Ooh.
that. Maybe, or unless I might have to touch them to do that.
Fear. I don't think you have to touch him. Let me see.
Caster or creature touched? I do.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. So, never mind. Can't do that.
Oh no,
Right?
no.
Oh, reverse. Okay.
Hold
That's
on.
removed.
Let
too.
me. J42. Is there 2? No.
It's the like opposite of remove fear. It says creature touched is calmed and purged of fear. So I would imagine.
Oh, well, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you're using the reverse of calm fear or calm whatever.
I
Yeah.
see.
That's okay. I'll keep my spell
So that's
slot.
weird. So there are two. There are two. There are 2 fear spells. So, well, cause a target within 100. So the range for cause fear or remove fear is the caster or a creature touched. So if you are causing fear, then anybody within 120 feet of you has to make a save versus spell or flee. So this would include your own party members.
Oh, I don't
Nope.
do that.
Nope.
I'm not scary. Okay, yeah, I cannot do much. I can cheer on my friends. To pray.
We're okay with things being thrown past us.
Yeah.
Okay, I could try and sling something, I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Okay. Dice on the floor. Okay. Not with a 5. All right.
Yeah, with Borman and Dentry
That's
in the
okay.
way, it's kind of a tight squeeze. You kind of reach over and try to bonk somebody with your hammer, and it
I'm
is
glad I didn't hit my friend.
it is
I
no
apologize.
good. What is Alora doing?
He's feeling pretty accomplished after that last thing, but
Yeah, that
I'll
was pretty awesome, actually.
try and throw a dagger. Ooh, I rolled a 19, so it's a soft 20 to hit. I'm sure that hits.
2, 4, 6.
For 7 points.
So you did.
I
I'm
think.
sorry. What did you roll?
It is soft 20.
Oh yeah, you hit. You hit the intended target. How much did you do?
7.
Okay. So yeah, you see a dagger narrowly miss Dentry and Borman and stick into the guy and then flip back into Alora's hand.
Awesome.
And this hallway is crowded. What's Jackson doing?
Jackson will once again move up that little bit, and since there is one to kind of get already there, since they're both at that parallel position, he will jab forward.
Okay.
And that is D20 plus 1. Oh, wrong character. D20 plus 1. Oh, it's a +1, so I guess it's +2, right? It's a +1 polearm.
Well, polearms. So polearms do
We did
1d.
have a plus.
So it would be 1d10 plus 1 for damage. It's just a d20.
But to hit, it would be my strength and the weapon modifier, right? So it'd be a
Correct.
+2. Okay.
Correct.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
So we tough. Alrighty, D10. 7 points of damage.
Okay, so this guy, you see this polearm come down and clonk him on the head. He's done for.
But did what your guy did at the rent fair.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What's Malachi doing?
And then I take a
Malachi-
knee after that.
Yeah.
Malachi is going to look around and find a piece of cloth and soak it in oil.
Okay.
He's looking for something about an 8-inch squared piece so he can take a piece of deathweed, put it in it, light the thing, throw it, and it would make creatures in that area make death saves or die.
Okay.
That's
long
that's
does
what
the
he's
death
trying to
effect
contrive.
last?
So yeah,
How
you're
long does
using
the death effect last?
you're using some of your witherweed.
Yeah, I've got
I
5
have-
feet of it. So, I mean, I'm thinking if I just make enough to make a nice little,
a ball.
I'm wanting to affect like a 10-foot square, 10-foot radius area, and maybe but nothing that's going to have a lasting effect. I want something that's going to get there and then dissipate and not be deadly. So,
Gotcha. Let me
maybe
take.
use 6 inches of witherweed.
So I'm thinking these are probably close to the same, but let me look at what this says. It says
I'm sure it's going to take several rounds to pull this off, but it's not like I've got any front line stuff.
so. I'm looking in Tome of Essential Horrors. Hooray for Kickstarter! And their stats for Witherweed, which are effective, says it has a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
Save versus poison or take 2d6 damage 1 minute later. A second save versus poison is made or take 3d6 damage. The cloud remains for 5 rounds, although a strong wind will disperse it in 1 round.
Sounds great. Sounds like something I could launch with a sling.
I would think that this would, yeah, I would say that these are better rules if you're trying to launch a part of it as a sling.
Yeah. So how many? I mean, like I've got 5 feet worth of this witherweed material. When I finish constructing this and get it so it's actually a usable weapon combination thing, what 6 inches of witherweed be okay per use?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay,
I would say so for these rules, because it says any witherweed that takes at least 1 point of fire damage. So the original rules and the rules that I have down for witherweed are taken directly from, I believe it was the Fiend Folio, from first edition D&D, AD&D rather. It's basically it's a save or die, but you're talking about a bush that is taking up, a 10-foot square or 5-foot square. So,
Man,
I mean, that's
I'm
save if you inhale this shit, you're dead. But I think that these rules for something like what you're describing, I think is probably more doable.
I'm going to call this Malachi's Witherweed Burn Ball.
So yeah, you could use like 6 inches worth and wad it up into a cloth and
Now, I'll light the kind of like a Molotov cocktail type thing, where I can light it, throw it, and send it in an area in 20-foot radius. Sounds wonderful. I definitely want to use this sling for that shit.
Yeah,
that's gonna be epic.
I'm gonna start crafting that while this combat
with
going on.
6 so it doesn't say Witherweeds are only large patches. The average witherweed covers an area of 20 square feet. So I would cut this down with 6 inches. I would say that would have a 5 foot radius, but the damage is going to be the same. So it'll cover 2 of these squares. So if you were to hit the guys in this hallway, it would effectively go 1 square back and 1 square forward.
And that's 2d6.
On the first save, yeah. Save versus poison or take 2d6. 1 minute later, save versus poison or take 3d6. 1 minute seems like a long time.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, you know,
you're basically, you're
it's affecting you. I mean, if you're taking massive amounts of damage every 3 minutes or every minute in real time, once you leave combat, you wither and die. I mean,
right. Yeah, 1 minute later, they have to make another save. So the cloud remains for 5 rounds, although a strong wind will disperse it 1 round.
Yep, that's exactly what I want. Something I can launch, and it just kind of taints an area for a period of time, and then it goes away and safe. This is the beginning of biological warfare for the Braunhaven Kingdom.
Yes. Okay, so that was Malachi.
I'll start whistling a nursery rhyme tune as I create this.
Okay.
Ring around the winter, but
What is Dentry doing?
Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in and die.
I mean, I guess
these 2 guys, they succeed on their morale check.
Is this like a space between us full of the dead bodies?
Yeah, I mean, the square that Dentry is standing in and the square in front of you have dead bodies on the floor.
Okay. So I feel like if I move forward, I'm now in the difficult terrain with all the dead bodies.
Well, I mean, you're basically in difficult terrain right now. So, half movement between this square and the one in front of you.
Then I'm probably not trying to move any further forward because they're not going to be in difficult terrain if I move forward, and I'll be in difficult terrain. So I think I'm going to ready an attack for them when they come at me.
Okay.
Like, as soon as they come at me, I'm swinging.
So, yeah, they are. This guy's going to attack Borman. This guy's going to attack Dentry. Dentry, you can make your attack.
Shawita. You, sir, will be embracing all of this weapon. Enjoy this bastard sword to your face. Or not, maybe. 14 probably didn't do it.
You got Thaco 17?
Yeah.
That's AC3.
Yeah, you just missed him. It glances off of his armor. These 2 guys. So first, the guy is going to swing on Dentry. Yeah, he misses terribly. He hits the wall. Second guy's going to swing on Borman. And I don't think he did a whole lot of anything. He hit AC 7. So no, he misses. He swings, and Borman just kind of steps out of the way. These guys.
It's a great body pile right there. Surely they hear the sounds of combat and want to come on in.
Hey, he sets off the bear trap.
Oh, yay! That's a D4, right?
Yeah. And his movement is in half. Actually, I think
he takes 3 points of bear trap damage, and yeah.
I thought there. Well, hold on. Let me.
I didn't have it secured, so it's not gonna chain him to nothing. It was just, a wholesome present and sign of things to come for him.
Yeah. So. Yeah. How many points damage did you do?
3.
Okay. So he takes 3, and his movement is halved. This guy, 5, 15, 20.
Oh, he's going to tell.
Yeah, he's going to be a narc.
It's okay.
Shh, this prisoner's down here.
All right. We are back to Mavis.
Attack! Attack, I say, attack!
Man, that's rough. Look how many people are in here. I'll
Well,
try.
Jackson's taking a knee, so he's kneeling. He's making himself smaller.
I got a 16 to hit with a sling.
Ooh.
That might work. My attack was 17.
Well, let me see here. One, 2, 3. Yeah, you hit one of them.
Sweet. And that's a 1d4, right?
Yep.
Okay. 2.
Okay. This guy's like, ow! What are you doing? Stop it. Borman.
I've just gotta keep on swinging. So that's a nat 20.
Oh, that's maximum damage.
Yeah, so he's gonna take 10 points of damage.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, you swing out with your sword and like open him up pretty bad, and across his abdomen, and he's not dead, but there's stuff coming out.
He wishes he was.
Yeah, there's stuff coming out that should be in. Alora.
Let's try for a dagger. See if it'll work.
Last time you did great.
I rolled 19.
Yeah.
So, what is Alora's Thaco? Is it
19 also.
Oh, that hits AC 0.
Yes. But who? Uh-oh. What is Dentry's AC?
1.
Alora, roll your damage.
4.
So this dagger hits Dentry in the back of the head and slices the base of his, or the top of his neck for 4 points.
Really?
Notice Dentry's actually down some hit points.
I'm sorry.
Down. That's okay. I
So
just realized I was down hit points to begin with.
So what it says about ranged weapons in melee? Where is it? Combat. Movement, missile attacks, targets buying cover. Yeah, missile attacks on targets in melee. The constant unpredictable movement of characters in melee makes firing or throwing missile weapons at combatants an uncertain proposition. When this happens, randomly determine which character in the melee is actually targeted by the missile attack before making the attack roll. Well, it doesn't matter. Typically, all characters involved in melee have the same chance of being targeted, but especially large creatures may count as 2 or more. So you've got basically 3 people that are roughly the same size. And so I went 1, 2, or Borman 1, Dentry 2, Guard 3, Guard 4. And you got a 2. And so Dentry got smacked with a dagger.
Okay, we've learned a lot today.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I will take some healing if that comes up, because I'm down 13. I was already down before you hit me. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and you guys haven't completed a long rest, so.
No.
Let's see, that was Alora. What's Jackson doing?
Jackson is gonna try. He'll stand up and like, huzzah! You didn't see me, motherfucker! What? Stab.
Okay.
Mother. Okay, I'm just touching too many buttons at once now.
Oh.
There's a 15 hit.
Oh, probably.
It does.
Shawita. D10 plus 2. 5 points of damage.
Okay, so you slash at the one guard, and you bite into a shoulder, but the guy's still actually he's doing okay. I'm surprised. I mean, he took
That's not the one with the guts coming out.
no, he took a sling stone to the forehead, and now he's got a big gash in his shoulder. But yeah, he is
All right, and then I
continuing on.
duck back down again to make myself smaller.
Okay,
To assist with the attacks from behind.
what's Malachi gonna do?
He's still working on his thing. I'm sure it takes more than a round to do all he was doing.
Yeah, it's probably 2 rounds because you're soaking the rag and then you're wrapping or wrapping them. So yeah, probably another round.
Breathe in. You'll all fall down.
Dentry.
Gentry is like, yeah. Remember that time and you missed my sword the last time? It ain't happening for you this time. You gonna taste the whole thing, all of it. Eat this blade. 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's what I thought. How you like this? 11 points of damage.
Oof. So Dentry doesn't like so much swing as really he just kind of grabs the guy and pulls him into his sword and literally slices the sword in a slow motion, cutting the guy practically in half.
Come here.
Guards.
With the guttural growl. It sounds far more happy than it should.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
Gentry is very happy for the chaos he has just caused.
That was the wrong button, but this guy is going to step forward. He is going to swing on Dentry. He's at quarter movement because he's got a bear trap on his leg, and he is standing on the body of his former comrade. He misses with a 9. The other guy, who is very badly wounded, is going to make another morale check. He makes his morale check, so he's going to swing on Borman.
Don't forget, Borman, you get the extra AC with me there.
Yep,
Yeah.
and he sucks, so he misses. No, that color's maybe not doing it for me. No. Mavis, what are you doing? Gentry's not looking fantastic.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna help with that because that's not good. Okay, let me mark up a spell slot and
I'm about to get healing shoved up my butt.
got 4 points. Something.
You going? Hey, it just takes back all that dagger damage. Woo.
Yeah, so the paper cut on the back of your neck just goes and heals up. Borman.
I've just got to keep on it swinging. Is all I know to do. So this will be at +2. So 14. 14 hits AC 3.
That is a miss.
There we go.
And what's Alora doing?
Really regretting the dagger throw, so like probably also healing Gentry.
It's all right. Throw a dagger again. I can take it.
For 3. This is not great, but yeah, you're getting you back to where you were, hopefully.
Okay, so there's another 3 points for Dentry.
Yeah.
Woohoo! You are magnificent. He shouts as he's in combat.
This is going a lot better with them having to attack our front line and being able to get the squishies. So
What is Jackson doing?
Jackson once again stands up like, "Hi, supplies." Yo, this surprise tactic is working. Just pops back up and swings
Ooh,
down.
yeah, that is a hit.
Wheat. For 10 points
Oh,
of damage.
shit. So Jackson stands up and brings his pole axe down and decapitates this guy.
You know, Jackson has done better with this pole axe than any other weapon.
No shit, no shit, right?
Like, if it had been the Vorpal, that would have been, like, limbs and stuff going on, but I probably would have started rolling twos and stuff.
Right. Yes. That's your luck, right? Let's see. That was Jackson. Malachi. You can fire your sling.
yeah,
And
but
Jackson dips back down.
I see no reason to launch my thing at this point in time. I mean, there's one guy. He's really kind of banged up there. I am going to offer moral support. You know, let's go, Braunhaven. Let's go.
Dentry.
Oh. Dentry's back. Dentry's back. Back again. Time to kill. Kill your friends.
You got to.
Alrighty. So he's gonna do what he does. He's gonna bastard sword it away. Or not.
Okay. So you miss. The guard is shit. So let's see. He was down to 10 feet. This is another. He can only move 5 feet, which is essentially the bottom end of his movement. He is going to make a fighting withdrawal and swing on Dentry and move. Ooh. He hits AC 1.
That's me.
Okay.
Damn it.
He nicks you for 1 point of damage. The very tip of his sword nicks you, and he moves up here, trying to get away. He is now out of the pile of bodies, so he is down to 10 feet of movement per round because he still has caltrip wounds in the bottom of his foot.
Oh yeah, this dude just had all of the bad luck.
It's a bad day.
What is Mavis doing?
Not much. Hanging back.
Hanging back? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to hit anybody after seeing the knife fiasco.
Okay. What
Dentry says, "Do it! Get him!"
what does Borman want to do?
I'm just gonna run up on him then, and hit him with this fucking.
Yeah, he is fucked up. Like he's holding in his guts with one hand, and yeah.
I hit AC -2.
Yeah, that hits.
I want to clear. Yeah, I'll do that. This is +2, so 7 points of damage.
So yeah, Borman just runs up behind this guy and runs him through, and kind of gets the other side of him opened up, and the guy expires rather sloppily.
Yeah.
This guy has essentially escaped. And so you guys have succeeded. Let's see. Veteran. I don't know if these guys had anything on them, but it says V. Let me see what V is. They do not have anything on them. Just the mundane weapons that they would normally carry.
Great. And how many of those bodies did we get?
Uh, well, there was two that survived, so there you killed 8 of them.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna take all those bodies and I'm gonna just begin to pile them up right here. If I can get, even in here this far, make them about 2 or 3 deep, going other ways with maybe swords and shit propped in between them to kind of make them a pike. That this should be a real difficult, prickly area to go through. Like run the swords through them. So they're facing out their back, and then lay their bodies there.
Okay. So you're
You see what
basically
I'm saying?
creating difficult terrain once again.
Yes, with sharp swords embedded in it to hopefully cut people and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So who's?
I say put it in the hallway instead. Instead of that one, put it in the smaller hallway outside.
Oh, down to like where we are?
No.
No,
To the
up,
north.
right next to 23.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. All up in that area there.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful artwork.
So yeah. So who is putting those bodies there? Is it Borman?
Gentry's gonna help.
Okay. So you guys are running blades through these guys, piling these bodies up, and I would say that of course that makes that square, or that 5-foot square, difficult terrain. And there's a 2 in 6 chance of anybody going through that square taking 1d4 of damage, cutting themselves on these swords that are sticking up. And then what are you guys doing from there?
I would like to set up a makeshift like sword trap so that if this door opens right next to all that crap, a sword swings down and hits whoever comes through.
We need to rest real bad, though.
We do.
Crazy.
So,
How long would that take me to do that?
probably another. Well, you could do it while they're putting the bodies up. The total time for both of these takes about 10 minutes. I would say. And so yeah, you set up a blade trap on the door that will also do 1d. Well, the blade trap will actually do more. It'll do a possibility of d8 damage. So.
And I got one more thing I'd kind of like to do. Is we've got that jug that makes all kind of oil and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I want to kind of oil this area here on up real good. And then just lead a nice little trail all the way down to there. So that way you could light way down here just outside of it and be like a real inch long type thing. And then that whole area would just flame up.
Yes.
If they've got cloaks and crap and bedding that I could toss in there to really kind of, I just want to make that whole 10-foot thing there a nice fire trap at any time. We could light that on up.
I got five vials of oil if you want one.
Yeah. Don't you have that jug that makes like a big
the liquids? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I've been
what
making them on downtime sometimes. So.
Oh, you've been using the jug to actually fill up. Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's yeah. Come fuck around if you like.
Okay.
We're gonna sleep, damn it.
Yeah, we're gonna rest.
You guys are locking the door and gonna try and take a nap.
Yeah, and then this fire in the hallway, this is just going to be a dark hallway. You have to get to this door and open it going into 29. We're going to listen. Maybe we'll do our coins again. That worked so well last time, so I'm going to make them in green.
Well, you're not going to have time for a rest or to set up the coin trap.
Well, the coins are just there. You know, I'm hoping
Right,
that
they're
stepping.
not just there. They're scattered all over the floor, and two of those guys got away. They're not going
Right.
to just allow you to set all this stuff up. 10 minutes
Oh
is
no.
about the amount of
I'm
time that you've got.
all I'm
Yeah.
saying is that there's a chance walking through that area that you clank coins. They're all over the floor.
Yeah, but they're. I
All right.
mean,
I'll take it off.
once a bag of pennies is spread out on the floor,
Yeah.
they no longer make any noise. Um,
Okay. That's fine.
but so let's see. That would be one. All right. Sure. Okay. Uh, really? Okay. So there's one guy here. Actually, I thought I had something for this. It might have been my other game. Let me see. It must have been. So I need to upload.
They can keep coming in waves. They'll eventually run out of people, and either we'll just beat them here in a place that's in our that's advantageous for us,
But
or
eventually, if they keep coming in waves, we're gonna get exhausted because we need our we still need to get some level of 10-minute rests in between all these waves, and we need
yeah.
to sleep.
Well, God, we really thinned their herd. I gotta think. I mean, fuck, we, you know, I
But we're
seriously got.
in their stronghold though, so whatever herd they got, they
Yeah,
can get more herd.
listen, yeah, maybe. I guess.
Maybe we should start tunneling out of here with spoons or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
If we clear this wave, we'll just move to a different room and see how that works. I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we
Yeah,
could start
that's
pushing
fair.
to exit
Yeah.
after the
Well,
next wave. I
Borman could
think.
scout ahead for us at some point.
Yeah, we
So,
can do that.
yeah, you guys aren't going to have time for another, or you're not going to have time for a long rest because, like I said, you had about 10 minutes before they regroup. But everybody needs to make a new initiative roll.
May I drink a healing potion, please?
Yes, if you guys want to drink healing potions, you can. You
Oh, yeah.
have time to
Wait,
do that.
Okay, healing potion is a D6, correct?
D6 plus 1, yeah.
D6 plus 1.
Does anybody have one to spare? I don't think I have one of
Yeah,
4.
my
go
own.
ahead.
Thank you.
All right, so now I'm just down 1 hit
Fuck
point.
me! I just rolled 3 ones in a row.
Wonderful
Aw.
job,
What,
man. That
2 ones
sucks.
for my initiative and then the one for the D6 to heal.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, that's not rolling that color again.
We're locking the door, right? So we can light them up when they
Yeah.
all cluster. Okay,
That's
cool.
right.
All right, good deal. Making sure.
And then, yeah, in theory, we're going to hold this line right here. If you're going to do a ranged attack, just get somebody that's behind the front line. You know what I mean? Get somebody that's in the hallway deep that's not in a melee situation.
So, what did Malachi get?
Malachi got a 4. Borman got 7.
What did Alora get?
Three,
And Mavis?
1.
Oof. Gentry.
1.
And Jackson.
1.
Okay. Yeah,
That last battle must have taken a lot out of us.
there's going to be a lot of shit going on one. So you're not in battle yet. So actually, He does not cut himself on the blades. What is his? Oh, but Nestor does. So, Borman, you can roll a d4.
I sure as hell will. A 1. Just enough to make him squeal in pain and let us know we're coming.
Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
So, everybody in the behind the locked door can roll a d6.
Borman got a 4 and Malachi got a 2.
So Malachi hears it.
Oh, they're coming.
I got a 6 and a 3.
Yeah. Warriors, come out and play.
What did Alora and Mavis get?
Oh, I thought that you meant like right next to the door. I
Oh,
didn't
no,
know.
anybody.
Oh, okay. 2 for Alora, 1 for Mavis.
So, yeah, so you guys don't hear anybody cry out in pain. But you can, anybody who got a 1 or a 2, you can hear that there is somebody coming down the hall.
Yep, it's time. So, yeah, we'll be aware of the other's presence. Malachi will definitely, something wicked this way comes.
Borman, what are you doing?
Borman will ready in action and when that door opens, he's gonna stab whatever's there with his fucking sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guards. Okay. Yes. What's Malachi doing?
Malachi is gonna go ahead and grab a torch.
Okay.
And step up to the end of the trail there and wait for things to happen so he can light it up.
Okay.
He'll hold an action. When the door opens, he's going to light the trail. It'll go right between Borman's legs and up into the flame pit death zone.
Okay. So basically he's readying an action as well.
Correct.
Okay. What's Alora doing?
I'm not sure. We're waiting. We're
Just waiting for something to with bated breath for something to happen.
I'll be backing off a bit.
Nestor casts a spell. What is Mavis doing?
Also backing off a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe like over here. Let's see that. No. Yeah. Okay.
What's Dentry doing?
Dentry is gonna stand just off of whichever way the door opens, whichever shoulder that might be, behind Borman, and have the throwing axe ready to just chuck him as soon as he lights that fire. Right after that, just like so, they're more focused on the axes coming at them than the flame on the floor.
Okay.
Just help out with that.
And actually, Nestor.
Because I don't know about you, but I might see someone with a torch. But if I see an axe coming at me, I'm a little more concerned about the axe coming at me.
Oh, god damn it, Nestor. Borman, roll a d4.
I sure will. A 2. It's getting better. My trap has been proving as the swords realign.
So let's see here. What is Jackson doing?
Jackson is probably going, oh, I'll just hang back. He's probably stepping back and getting out his bow that he sucks with to try that.
Okay. All right. Borman,
I've never had any success with this bow, but I'm gonna try again.
Are you leaving the door closed, Borman? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, I see no reason to open the door if they don't want none, there won't be none, and we'll get our rest.
Okay.
If they open that door, though, my action is to kind of meet them there and thrust forward with my sword, and then Malachi's held action will be to light that fire. It's I want them in that zone. I mean, we spent resources.
Okay. Add another one of these guys. Top of the stairs. Okay. On 5. 10.
The proverbial shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Possibly. Sweet. He definitely maneuvers through the blades. And this guard opens the door.
Nobody triggered my blade
So
trap?
2 things happen. The guard opens the door. Borman, you can make your attack.
I got a
So
21.
none of them triggered my sword trap?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the sword trap. Let's see.
Damn.
No and no. And
but it's still there. It's still there. We want the big bad boss.
Yeah, so none of them triggered the door trap with the sword. But it is still there. So Borman, what'd you get for your attack?
I rolled a 21.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna give this guy some damage.
Yes.
4 points of damage.
Okay.
Malachi lights the fire.
2 things are going to happen here. So first, he is going to make his attack, and then I will tell you about the other thing. 17. He hits AC 2.
Oh, I am AC -1.
Yeah.
-2.
So
sorry,
-2. He swings in, and you definitely duck aside, but you see, and let me see here. Oh, that's the wrong one. In the hall, you see a large, ghostly hand floating in the air, and the wrist and arm of this ghostly hand trails off to Nestor at the end of the hall, and the trail can go up to 60 feet, and let's see here, the ghostly hand tries to slap Borman.
Oh, shit.
And misses. So, yes, this ghostly hand reaches down the hall and tries to slap Borman, but misses. And that was a readied action.
Okay.
5. What's Malachi doing?
Malachi had that readied action of lighting.
That's right.
Shit on fire.
So the door is
going off.
Yeah, the door has opened.
Yeah,
so is
the
he
door
lighting
opened. It was automatic. It lit. That whole area there should be lighting up nice. And
roll 1d8.
7.
Okay, so this area is now on fire, as is this guard, who has taken another 7 points of fire damage, standing in this conflagration in the middle of this hallway. Now what's Malachi doing? Because we're on initiative 4.
Malachi is going to wait.
Okay.
Well, no, I can come right up here and sling a dagger way down at the big bad boss guy. He's not in melee combat. And then I can step back a little bit, right? Can I just, or maybe kind of come from the top of the altar to kind of right in here maybe and throw a dagger way down the hallway?
You could, yeah. Let's see. If you were right there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 40 feet. And I would say, and so 40 feet, 40 feet's out of range for a dagger.
What about a sling? Shoot a rock?
Yeah, you could shoot a rock. I will say that because there is this guard right in front of Nestor, that you'd be -2 to hit him.
Let's just miss. I rolled a 5. It's
Okay.
a miss.
So yeah, you throw a dagger and it misses.
And then I'll just step out of the way a little bit and be done.
Okay.
Did Dentry not get his ready to action before?
I'm sorry. What is Dentry's ready to action? Actually, and I forgot.
When the door opened, he was going to throw his axe at the whoever opened the door.
Oh yeah. So go ahead and throw your axe.
Oh, he missed.
Okay. So your axe swings around Borman and comes back. What's Alora gonna do? Yeah, there was a whole lot of ready actions piled up there.
I didn't have any ready actions. I'm just moving further back in the room, getting ready for when something.
Alora's like, fuck
Through.
this. I'm gonna sit back here and listen to Depeche Mode and.
Yeah, pretty much.
Screw all y'all.
Wanted, never needed.
Is Mavis there?
What does Mavis want to do?
We're gonna decide between. I'll move closer. I want to smack something around when the time comes.
Okay. Dentry.
Alrighty. Seeing the dude flaming, he'll just be like, all right, cool. Well, let me go for the other one and just try and throw an axe down the hall at this guy.
At the first guard?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I'm at a -1. There's 10, or no, it's 20, 40, 60. No, I'm at normal.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay. Click. 16 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Sweet. 2d6 plus 1 coming at you. Wow, 8 points.
Oof. Okay. All right. What's Jackson doing?
Jackson, I guess, will kind of step back offline and also aim down the hall. Stop trying to pick up Jackson's token. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, mine does that sometimes too, yeah.
Although I don't know how good of a shot I'll get down the hallway past all of this.
Yeah, I would say that you're going to be at -2.
What if I'm up on the
Altar.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but not
so the altar, standing on the altar would place you taller than the opening of the doorway. You'd have to crouch down, which would defeat the purpose of standing on the altar. Really, your best, if you wanted to get into position for a good shot, you would be like right there.
Okay, then I do that. I
Yeah.
position myself for a good shot so I can kind of shoot right past the doorway, down the hallway, and I'm gonna aim for whoever this strange looking mofo is, Nestor. Then
Okay.
if I hit the guard instead, that's fine.
Okay. So you're a -2 to hit.
-2 to hit, +1 for range, -1 to hit, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, -1 never hurt nobody.
I mean, other than me who can't hit anybody with a bow, but you know.
Sometimes minuses could be a plus.
And again with the bow, I roll low.
Yes, so you miss. You don't hit anybody, but this guy at the end of the hall seems to be doing a fairly good job of guarding. Let's see. That was Mavis, Dentry, Jackson, Nestor. Nestor is going to try with his ghostly hand to slap Borman again. Oh, shit. No, he misses. God damn it. Nestor's just trying really hard to hit Borman with the ring hand. Borman, what are you doing?
This guy is burning and in the fire here. I'm going to go ahead and turn invisible and go 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, and I'm going to stay right there invisible.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because Frostbrand makes you immune to fire.
Yes.
That's right.
That is correct. But well, let's see.
If you want to do a roll to attack or something, I don't give a shit.
he gets to attack you because you move through his space. Because hey, look at that. But he only hits AC 0, so.
No, sorry.
Yeah, it bounces off your shield, and he misses.
Yep.
He is not going to stay in the fire. That would be stupid. So he is going to move over here. This is round 2 of the fire. The fire is going out.
Okay. That's it there. That was good, though. It did something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yay, altering the environment.
And he's going to make another attack on his turn.
I'm invisible.
Oh, that's right. You're invisible. He can't. Oh, well, he couldn't have attacked you anyways. This guy.
I'm going fucking spellcaster hunting. That's what I'm doing. I've got my target.
So if you were well, you couldn't be invisible because you made an attack on that guy.
No, I didn't.
At the beginning of combat?
My turn, I turned invisible and I walked past that guy and went and stood in the hallway.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I didn't take an attack.
Okay, so this.
And I mean, I bumped up against him. I mean, he easily could have swung at me. I mean, I was right there in combat with him. I don't mind, him having a swing. He missed, so I definitely don't mind.
This guy's going to come to the door and swing on Jackson. Whoops. And miss. He hits the door with vicious fury. What's Malachi doing?
Malachi is Malachi is going to that guy right there at the doorway, though. He's technically in melee combat with Jackson, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can I like move right here and shoot further down the hallway? The guy that's kind of closer to Borman, maybe dagger throw.
Sure.
Do that. Be a 14 on Thaco. 19 is probably a miss. This is AC 5. Hit AC
Yeah,
5.
you hit.
Oh, well, look at that. Three points of dagger damage.
Okay. Hey, hold on. Okay, so you hit him for 3. What is Alora doing?
Says the door is open now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what I want to do is like move to where I have a line of sight to throw the dagger. The token's not really cooperating, but it's not very much movement.
I'm sorry, where are you wanting to move?
Like where I can have a line of sight on the door, just like a little bit to the right, I guess. It's not really
Like
letting
right
me
there?
move anything. Oh, that's Mavis though.
Oh, sorry. Wrong
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
I'll
you could
probably
move
like
like
move
right there
back.
and have line of sight on the door.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, 10. Damn it.
Nope, that is a mess.
Okay, I'll move back to get cover. Maybe. Whoa. Alright. Now it doesn't want to let me drop it. I'll be wrestling with this and somebody else can go.
So what I've discovered, so if you look at the bottom of your screen, there is your controls for your camera and whatnot. And if you look to the left or right of the screen, depending on what you have open on the side panels, what I've discovered is if you have a token that is near any of that stuff, it doesn't want to behave. And so if you can move it away from that stuff, you should be clear to move your tokens. So what I
Oh,
do
okay.
in a lot of cases, I'll go up to the top of my screen and I'll hit the minus sign and zoom out a little bit to make the map just a little bit smaller. And so then you can kind of center it and not be moving tokens on top of all this other screen stuff. That is an issue, and I'm not sure. Coming from my tech background and knowing coding, I don't know if that's even something that they can really resolve. But it really depends on what their back end looks like. But yeah, I know that it is a problematic situation. So Nestor is going to step out of everybody's line of sight, and he casts another spell. What does Jackson want to do? Jackson is in melee.
Alrighty. Well, Jackson has his bow out already, so he's gonna do a fighting withdrawal to get some distance.
Okay. So you can
And
make
then
an
attempt-
attack.
I have to attack after I withdraw or before I withdraw?
You can do it after.
Okay. So yeah, since I got my bow, I'm gonna get my little distance on here and then try to attack this guy right at the front.
Okay.
Like, I don't like you. You gotta go. Should be a straight D20 with my -1 dex. And I suck with the bow again.
Okay, so you
And after I miss, I just drop the bow. I'm like, stupid bow.
you kill the wall. What's Dentry gonna do?
Dentry is gonna look over at Jackson and be like, you should stick with that other weapon and step up
Okay.
and pull out his. He's gonna pull out his bastard sword instead and move up. And then, like this, my dear friend, is how it's done. And He's gonna swing his bastard sword with all of the animosity that he can muster, and come up with a 16.
That hits.
Probably not gonna. Oh shit! Hell yeah! All right then. And with that in mind, I will deal 11 points of damage.
Ooh. So once again, Dentry comes up and basically decapitates this guy at the shoulders. Okay. So let's see. That was Dentry.
And
Jackson,
then
Nestor,
I'm gonna goad
and Mavis.
the guy at the end of the hallway and be like, "Come on, bro, bring it." And I'm gonna take a step back.
What's Mavis doing?
5, 10, 15, 20. I could run up and smack that guy.
Yeah, you could.
I'm tired of not doing anything.
I'm tired of just healing.
Yeah. That'd be a 16 to hit.
That was partially why I moved out of the way. I was
hits.
like, let me make this easier.
Sweet. And it's. I have to look at the paper real quick. 1d6 plus 2. Okay. For 5 points.
Okay, so Mavis comes up and brings her warhammer down right on this guy's clavicle, and he crumples to the floor, dead.
Hey, that's good news.
We are back to Borman.
5, 10, 15. Can I just squeeze right there and get a backstab in on that guy?
You can, because you are invisible.
All right.
So
This will be.
you have gotten closer to him, and his hood is down, and you realize that that Nestor Falcius is a white.
I still want to fucking stab him.
Go for it.
I mean, I just don't see a reason why I shouldn't do this. So this will be 19, 10. My Thaco's 17. So I'm going to hit AC -2.
Yeah, you hit.
All right. So 4 times 2, because it's a backstab, is 8. 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And I am right there on him.
So Nestor goes down. So you learn some things about Nestor. So he has this large spellbook on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what are you going to do with that?
That sounds like Malachi's bit.
Yeah, you can look at it first.
So
yeah, I'm thinking that might be a necromancer book. That's all.
So Malachi can cast, assuming that Malachi knows the spell, read magic to read the spellbook.
You gave us that free.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So yes. So Malachi does have it. So looking at the read magic spell, or what it says about read magic, there have been some misassumptions about read magic, and what that misassumption is. Dun, dun, dun. I will explain what the misassumption is. So the assumption was, or not read language. God damn it. What the misassumption was is that if you don't have read magic, you can't learn any new spells, and that you know, you have to have. God damn it! Where the fuck is read magic? Not read link. There it is. Read magic. So the assumption is that read magic. You can't use your own spellbook or learn any spells. That's not what this says. What it says is if you read a scroll or somebody else's spellbook, you have to cast read magic in order to read it. You can use it to read runes or magical words that are inscribed on things. But once you have cast it and read whatever it is that you're going to read, you can read it forever. It says, reading in, once the caster has read a magical inscription using read magic, they are thereafter able to read that particular writing without recourse to use of the spell. You don't have to cast it a second time. So the assumption in the OSR community was, oh, well, you have to cast read magic every time. No, you don't. It says right here, you only cast it once, and then you can read it forever. So it does burn a, what is this, a first level spell? Yes, it's a first level spell. So yeah, here's what you learn about Nestor. Nestor is indeed a wight. He was undead. He is also a 4th level spellcaster. And that ghostly hand that he had cast, that was Spectral Hand. And one of the things about Spectral Hand is that it can be used to deliver touch attack spells of up to 4th level.
So in other words, it's a really good thing that he didn't get touched.
Right, because the second spell that he cast was Chill Touch, and if he had hit, that would be his own energy drain, so you would have lost a level, and you would have taken damage from Chill Touch. All in one touch. So Nestor, he was a glass cannon, but you did not want to get shot by the glass cannon. Here are the spells that are in Nestor's spellbook.
These are all necromancer spells, I'm taking it?
They
Spectral
are.
Hand is, yeah.
So,
yeah.
He has Chill Touch.
All right, 1 second. I have to get to my... All right, these are the first level spells?
These are all of his spells.
Okay. Can you tell me the level of the spell, or do you not know
I can. Hold on here.
Chill Touch is first level.
I believe so, yeah. Let me double check, though. Open up Necro. So yeah, Chill Touch is a 1st level spell.
Okay.
The next spell is Command Dead, which is also a 1st level spell.
Okay.
Silence 15-foot radius is a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
And Spectral Hand, which is a...
That's 3rd.
Is that a 3rd? It might be.
I think so.
Why am I not seeing it? Hold on. Skeletal. Yeah, Spectral Hand is a 2nd level spell.
Oh, it's 2nd?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. I'm ready.
That's it. That's all that's in there. Now, if you can't just automatically have the spells, so
can't I use his spell book?
You could study from his spell. So let's see here. Adding spells, copying spells of a level which the character can cast may be copied from another source, for example, scrolls or spellbooks of another spellcaster. The chance of copying or chance of success depends on the copying character's intelligence score. If the roll fails, the character can never learn the spell. So, what is your intelligence?
16.
So, you have a 75% chance of learning each of those spells.
When you say never learn the spell, do you mean never learn it from that source and never learn it ever again?
Never learn it from that source.
Okay.
All right. So 1, 2. It was 4 spells.
Correct. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. Or 1, 2, 3. Yes, 4 spells. You're right.
I got them all.
Then you can copy all of those spells down into your bag. And what does it say about how long that takes? It does not say, but I would say that within, you're just copying
Uh,
them down, so it's probably another 10 minutes.
all right. Well, I'll transfer them. Till then, I'm going to wear his necklace because I think that is a nice fashion statement.
Okay. Let's see. What else does it say about Nestor? He has a key on him.
Let's add that to the pile of keys that we've been having.
Add it to the ring.
Yeah, whoever's carrying that.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
See, I don't know. I don't know if the fake Duke is a badass or not. But I mean, they led us to believe that statue in the entryway will animate.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm wondering what time of day it is, and if like the party is getting ready to start, and we'll come out all covered in blood and viscera, or
yeah.
what we're gonna
Well,
do.
I mean, we can wait for the elves to arrive, and maybe they'll supplement our lower things and tell them, show them the evidence that the Duke is fake, and tell them, all the people we've killed, and then, maybe the elves will help us clear out the place. I really want to find this treasure cache. We've got to go back inside, but maybe we need to go back in through the window that I jumped out of, and avoid the foyer. I'm just saying, if we go in the front door, that statue is going to animate, and fucking we got to fight it. And he's when we talked about the golem in the Dick Temple animating, the guy confused it with the golem, the statue downstairs. It's a big tall statue with a 2-handed sword in its hand, and I
Okay.
just assume not fight that until we rest. But I'm very interested in getting back into that second level where those bedrooms and stuff are. We've yet to get the tax collector's treasure.
That's true. I'm wondering if we should just shuffle off into the woods and rest. Like honestly,
We could, but
That
we
seems to be
figure
a
it out.
better option because
yeah.
then we can just come back in like we're party guests later. I mean, like seriously, who's left that actually knows who we are?
The Duke and then a bunch of people are coming. So I don't
The
know if
dude
they would.
tried to kill us in our sleep. We just
Yeah,
weren't
that's
sleeping.
true.
I mean,
But if we show up like party guests with the elves or whatever, I think the Duke just trying to kill us outright right then and there might look a little bit weird.
I don't know how many guards are left, or if more guards are showing up.
I think we should go and get with Alora and have her shuttle us back upstairs and just go look in those bedrooms upstairs. And if we end up fighting after that, at least I just think there's a golem in the entryway, and I don't feel like fighting other. If we're gonna fight the fucking golem, we need to fight the golem with just it versus all of us, not us against it and friends. So that's my thing. The guard talked about the
But
golem.
why do we want to go back inside the thing? We need a rest.
We might need to rest, but the treasure's right in there.
So yeah,
But
what do
we are
you guys
not
want to
healthy.
do? I guess so. That's what you're discussing, and that was going to be my next
Yeah.
question: is what do you
Uh,
want to do from here? You're still in the cellar.
Wait 10 minutes, and maybe go up the stairs and see what's going on outside the Dick Temple.
The dick. Okay, so you Yeah, you guys wait 10 minutes, essentially, um, while Malachi copies his spells into his book, his new repertoire. But you guys still haven't taken a rest. I, I would say that if you want to quaff another potion, you could.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if anybody really needs any more hit points or.
no, I'm okay for the most part.
I'll take another. I'm still down 5.
Okay,
Yeah,
go for it.
Oh,
I'll
another
subtract it.
D6
you know
plus
what?
1.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is just kind of go up the stairs and maybe try to creep out into the woods where we can, maybe
Rest
get
for a little while.
rest for a little
Oh,
while.
that's not mine.
So I thank Cameron for pointing out that the remove fear and cause fear. The reason why I thank you for pointing it out is that there is an old, and it included it in the new book, is that there is an old spell called, I believe, Cloak of Fear, and so that spell can be removed because it is pointless. Because you already have that. So it already does that. And it even, in Cloak of Fear, and I believe that was from, I want to say, Unearthed Arcana First Edition. It even states in there that, specifically, that your own party members are not immune to it. So basically, everybody within that radius has to make a save versus spells, or flee in terror for 6 rounds. So it's basically the same spell, they just didn't name it quite the same thing. But I'm glad that you found that, because now I can edit that out and just be like, okay, we don't need this. So, let's see there again. This goes back to what I was saying, is that there's a lot of redundancy. So, oh well. So so you guys spend the 10 minutes and are going back up the stairs. Maps.
We're just gonna kind of go up the stairs and be invisible up front with Borman and look out and see if anybody's out there or not.
Okay, so
Killed a whole bunch of those dudes. Hopefully.
So some things change here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's all of you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on, I need to look on the second floor.
There was 2 up there last hour.
I think that there were 2 up there. They would not still be
Yeah.
up there. Let's see. 1 and 2, they can go away. They would now be down here. And essentially, this would be well, he's going to be out here. And this is essentially, you guys have pretty much murdered the Duke's retinue of guards. But out here, in the driveway area, you see, as you emerge from the secret door in the base of the statue, you see a guard, and he's standing there, and you see Lady Bernadette. And Lady Bernadette is standing there with the... Let me find Lady Bernadette. Where did she go? There she is. She is standing there, and she is comforting the peasant that you had freed from the dungeon downstairs, and patting him on the back, and basically giving him a, oh, there, what has happened, and oh, we had no
I,
idea what was going on down below, and we had no clue that anything this bad was going on.
can I stab her in the back with my frostbrand?
She would be most certainly unaware. If you wanted to move up here and make your attack, you could.
That's yeah. She's that. There's no reason to not do this. You know. So God, that's gonna hit a lot of shit right there. That'll be a. I got +4 to 17, plus another 2 is 19. That hits AC -2.
That hits.
So 4 plus 2 is 6 times 2 is 12. 12 points of backstab. That's what you get, bitch damage.
Okay, so you snake. Okay, so oh boy,
Yep.
oh boy.
You were sent to find out things about us. So here you go.
All right.
Find this out. Everybody's okay with that, right?
Do you?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's what your character would do, so you got to do what your character would do.
Well, a bunch of fucking hit points right off the top is a fucking good way to start the fight. And if she's a spellcaster, she's in melee, and she's not comfortable with that.
And so the guard is surprised by this. Bernadette is not. So when you stab her, right?
Yeah.
And she turns and looks at you, and her visage changes. She no longer looks like this the older spinster woman. And let me find that description. She kind of takes on a hunched over look, like there's a hump on her back. Her nose grows and is hooked with warts on it. And you realize that in actuality, she is a fey hag.
Well, hopefully this magical frostbrand did damage, and
It did. It did indeed.
Yep. And if she's fire based or some kind of crazy shit like that, she got
she is not fire based.
Well,
she is a fey creature
good.
though. Fey hags. So the I would think that Alora would probably know this. Fey hags it is thought that so the veil that separates it's kind of hard to explain the cosmology. So you have your prime plane, and around the prime plane there is what is called the veil. The veil is most commonly associated as the ethereal realm that the soul passes through to go to the shadow realm, the realm of the dead. And in the realm,
undead?
She is not undead. It is also the veil that you pass through to get to the Fey realm. And this, of course, is where Shrivelkin, Fey hags, Fey elves, all manner of Fey creatures show up. Fairy cats have made their way in. And where the veil touches the Fey realm is actually quite a bit thinner than where it is that it touches the Shadow realm. In the Shadow realm, the veil thins naturally during certain times of year, mostly occurring in the month of Octus, on the holiday of Shadows, or on Veil's Eve. But for the Fey realm, there are locations, usually within forests, that there are permanent portals that pierce the veil into the Shadow Realm. Now, it is known that Alora would know this, that Fey Hags commonly are working in conjunction with Shrivelkin, and they send Shrivelkin off into the Prime Plane to kidnap infants and young children. They then take those infants, always girls. They eat the boys, but the girls are then, if they deem them worthy, they transform the baby girl into a new Fey Hag.
Well, these are really good, wholesome people. I feel bad about backstabbing her.
Right.
Can I take that back? No, I'm playing.
So everybody roll initiative.
Well, if I fucking triggered our deaths, I apologize.
What did Malachi get?
Malachi got a 4.
And what did Borman get?
8.
And Alora.
2.
What did Alora get for initiative?
2.
And Mavis?
3.
And Dentry?
5.
That's a good initiative. And Jackson?
3.
Okay, and so so Bernadette turns into this Fey Hag, and the peasant that she still has her hand on his shoulder, he recoils in horror and kind of backs away towards the wall and is like almost terrified in a speechless manner. What does Borman do? That was the surprise round.
Well, I just have to swing again. There's no reason to stop the assault now, even though I miss.
Okay.
Yeah, that was shocking.
You missed?
Yes.
Okay. She.
Damn
That
it.
was 8. Nobody's better than 6. So Bernadette. That would be fucking ruthless. Yeah, she's gonna do that. She stares at Borman. Borman, make a save versus spells.
Three.
No, I would imagine that is a failure. You feel suddenly like you guys see Borman kind of turn pale, and it looks like, and Borman feels this, like suddenly his armor and sword are a lot heavier. You are weakened. You are at a -2 penalty to attacks and damage for 3 turns, 30 minutes.
All right. Alora's got a staff that'll fix that shit up, I hope.
I don't know if it. I don't know that you guys have anything that'll fix Hideous Gaze.
She's got that staff of disenchantment or unmagic or whatever.
Oh, that's right. The dispel magic.
Maybe. To try it.
You know what? That's a really good question. Now I am curious. Staves. I forgot about that. Staff of Dispelling. If the caster of the spell, it's not a spell though. Magic item is a one-use magic. Dispels any magical effect which is touched. Oh? What does it say her level is? Her level? What does it say? What did I write? Her level is 5. Her level is 5. Higher than 9th level, there's a 5%. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose that she could tap you with the staff of dispelling and remove that. Anyway,
Hell yeah.
that was
Okay.
6. The guard is surprised. Uh, Dentry, what are you doing?
Okay. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm over here. Okay. I'm gonna kind of come around this way, so I'm like just on the other side of the statue, and I'm gonna throw my axe.
Okay.
That
Now,
should be in the mid range.
yeah.
You were about to say something?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't know if you want. Who are you throwing you're throwing your axe at Bernadette?
Yes.
So she is technically in melee with Borman.
Oh.
So there's a 50% chance that you would hit Borman.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
Yeah, well, okay.
Does
Uh,
Borman mind?
No, man, go ahead. I've got a -2 AC. You know what I mean? Chances are you're probably not gonna fucking hurt me. So
All right. Well, I threw a 15, so I don't even know if that hits anything.
Let's see. I think you did hit her. Yes, you did.
Sweet. Taste my axes. Ugh, for a whole whopping 4 points of damage.
Okay.
adds up, man.
She's not looking good. And I need to.
I think I have just enough movement to kind of move myself back from behind line of sight. So I will do that after I throw.
Okay. So. All right. So yeah, you hit her with the axe, and the axe flings back into your hand. Bernadette is not looking good. What's Malachi doing?
Well, Malachi is not the tankiest of guys, but that guard is just out there, kind of right there by himself. So I'm gonna throw a dagger at him and then do some movement. So that would be a 15. I hit AC 4.
Okay. At the guard.
Yes.
I don't think AC4 hit, but let me double check. No, that is a miss.
All right. And then I will go ahead and start moving my way, just kind of coming around this way,
Okay.
following Ditchery.
Okay. All right. So that was 4. And we got a whole bunch of people going on 3. Mavis, what are you doing?
Hopefully smacking that lady. Let's see if we can make it. I don't know how much
Nice.
distance I'm going.
Get on in there. Yeah, don't worry about it. So getting in there and just whacking her with the
Warhammer.
yes.
I rolled a 13 to hit. I'm not confident it'll work.
She's pretty squishy.
Oh, really?
I mean, right?
I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
You hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's a clothy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's only got AC 4.
For 7.
Oh.
I smacked her good.
Yeah, you did. You smack her right in her hooked nose, and Bernadette crumples to the ground. When she falls to the ground, you see her body just kind of shrivel in on itself, and all that's left is the rags that she was originally wearing. There's just clothing there.
The evil
Malachi calls out, "No!"
Jackson, what are you doing?
Jackson is gonna move with a quickness, with all the quickness that his boots allow over to here, and kind of just right up behind this guy and be like, all right, sword to throat. Here's the deal. You don't want this sauce, and we need to get in here and handle some business. Make it happen.
The That's
Can I do that, or do I just need to attack like normal?
no, you can do that. Let me find where is my reaction. What is Jackson's charisma?
That's funny, boss.
I think I chose the wrong action. I'd like to rethink my entire course.
Well, I mean, considering that this guy was surprised and he's now essentially alone, I will give you a +1. So what is your charisma?
8.
So you're at 0. Roll 2d6.
Roll 2d6. I got 2 6s.
No, that's good. He
Oh, that is?
Yeah, he drops his pole arm and is on board. He's like, nope, I totally hear what you're saying. Evidently, I was working for really bad people, and even I didn't know what was going on. But, where is he?
I look over at Laura and I go, "You got your way of getting people on board. I got mine."
Let me find this.
Who's chopping up lines over there?
No, it's tapping the grinder.
Sure you were, sir. Sure you were.
Oof.
It's my medicinal grinder.
What is Jackson's AC without his shield?
Without his shield, it is it should go up 2. So I think it's a 5.
Well, it would go up 1.
What's a +1 shield?
Oh, okay. So yeah, it would go up 2.
5.
Okay.
We didn't get a lull in the
fuck
action.
Me. Fuck me. Everybody else rolled a d6.
Did we not get a lull in the action at all?
You did get a lull in the action.
Could have Alora have cured me of my bullshit with her staff?
Well, it's going to depend on Alora's roll on the d6.
I got a 1 for Alora and 3 for Mavis.
Okay, so probably not because and what did Mavis get?
3.
What did Borman get, and what did Malachi get?
Borman got a 1 and Malachi got a 3.
So Alora and Borman. What did Dentry get?
Dentry got
And
a 1.
Okay, Dentry saw it. So Dentry, Borman, and Alora. Jackson doesn't have to roll. You guys see the peasant that you tried to or that you rescued moves around from the wall and comes up behind Jackson and grabs Jackson by the shoulders and tries to bite his shoulder and neck. And when the peasant opens his mouth opens impossibly large, like Pac-Man, and his face is full of teeth, and he shapeshifts back into the form of Duke Bartholomew.
The fuck?
Good. We can go ahead and
Wow.
get this out of the way.
The dude that was locked up was Duke Bartholomew?
Spooky.
Goodness.
We will pick this up next week at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Technically, he is Beatrice, and we'll pick this up next week with you guys dealing with Duke Bartholomew.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you guys
wonderful, yeah.
next week.
All
Have a
right.
good week.
Alrighty.
Oh
Thank
wait, I got stuff for yous.
Experience.
Yes. It's not as much as you might think.
Because we just killed a bunch of underlings.
Yes.
Although we did kill what's his name.
Everybody gets 117 XP.
You tell me that which one worth nothing or the Fey Hag?
Oh, I calculated her in.
Damn.
You don't get a lot of experience for kills. The experience is from the loot, man.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
Gold pieces are where the XP is.
Yeah.
And occasionally for role play situations, but yeah. There's Cameron.
$117 experience.
So Cameron, you get 117 XP.
Thank you. I was coming back just because I realized I didn't.
Yeah. Yep. So no problem.
Okay, I can have that up and love it.
No, that was not shit, but that's okay.
Hey, every little bit helps.
Sure does.
It's
You have a
true.
wonderful week.
You too. I will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Next week.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.